Hello everybody, welcome back to the garage of notorious B.O.B. And today we're going to do a quick oil change on the Honda CTX700 2014, as you can see right here. And so it's pretty easy to get through, especially after the first one, because the seals are kind of loosened up. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to start the motorcycle, let it warm up just for a few minutes to get the oil loosened up so it's easier to drain. So we'll do that now. Okay, so now that we've let the bike warm up for a few minutes, it just loosens that oil up a little bit. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take the oil plug, the oil filler cap, which is right here, and all you're going to do is just loosen that. You don't need to take it all the way out, but I'm just going to loosen it just in case there was a seal or a vacuum in there. So I'm just going to take it out and just let it sit like that. All right, now we're going to walk over to the left side of the bike, and we're going to remove the drain plug from underneath the bike. Alright, so first thing I'll do is get a little drip pan over here. And I'm going to point to where the drain plug is. It's right there, if you can see it. Alright, we got that there. So that's the drain plug. So now I'm going to remove it with a 12mm ratchet. Again, this is easier if you've already broken the seal. And just be careful, because there's the pipes are hot now, and then the oil will be warm when it comes up. So as I remove the plug, oil, there we go, and you can see how dirty that oil is. It's been a while. I'll move this plug there. All right. So that's going to drain out for a few minutes, and we'll get back to you when it's done draining, and we'll do the next step. All right. So as you can see, the oil is just about done draining, and the next thing we're going to do is remove the oil filter, and it's just right up just a little further up here. It's right next to the exhaust, main exhaust coming out here. It's right here. And so all you're going to do is just remove that. You're going to unscrew it like you would a bolt. And then as you do that, oil will start coming out of there because there's oil in the filter. And then just unscrew it until it comes all the way. The thread is a little long on this bike, so we'll unscrew it this way, like that, and then pull it all the way out. And then I'll get back with you once we're done with that. All right, so we removed the old filter, and we did that using just an oil filter wrench cap here. And you can see the old one, it just fits in the back of that. And then use a ratchet like you normally would, right? So that's how we took the old one off. The new filter replacement is kind of cool because it has a bolt that's sort of welded onto the back of it. And this is a 15mm bolt. And so just a standard wrench, socket wrench will be fine. And you don't want to have this too tight, otherwise it makes it much more difficult to come off. So before you screw the new one on, I always recommend you just get a little dab of oil, and then you put it around the seal. Just put a little bit of oil around the seal. That way it keeps it from getting brittle, and also make sure it makes good contact with the engine. So we do that, then we'll go underneath, and we're going to screw this on opposite of how we took the oil one off, and then we'll be ready to put oil in the engine. So we'll get right back with you. Okay, so now we're back. Everything's on nice and tight. Seal, got a good seal on both the bolt as well as the oil filter. And the last thing we're going to do now is we're going to fill it with oil. This particular bike takes 3.6 quarts of oil, so I have 4 quarts of oil ready to go. This particular change I'm using 10W40 semi-synthetic from Castrol. It's also important to know that you want to have your bike completely upright when you fill the oil. That way you get an accurate read of what the oil level is. And so I just put that on a trackside stand up front here so you can see how the bike is perfectly level. Okay, so I'm just going to take my filter.
Not sponsored.
I mean, not my filter, the funnel, and put it in here. Yeah, not sponsored by Castrol, just what I happen to use. All right, and then You can see how nice and clear and how nice and clean that oil looks comparatively to what we took out of here. So we're going to do this with 3.6 quarts of oil, and then we'll come back and finish up. All right, so we're back. So you can see we've replaced the plug, or the oil dipstick there. That's all done, and the bike is upright. So we're going to let the bike run for about a couple of minutes just to get it warmed back up, and then we'll check the oil level. If we need to add a little bit of oil, we'll do that. Otherwise, we're done. Too easy. Very simple process. Maybe takes about 10, 15 minutes total, depending on how long it takes the oil to drain out. Anyways, my friends, that's it. That's how you do an oil change on a CTX700 from Honda. In the meantime, hey, enjoy your riding, be safe, and again, this is from the garage of notorious B.O.B.